Next up, we have Innovation Inc. Thermal Power Plant OST, Heat Affinity from the Innovation Inc. Thermal Power Plant. My understanding is this is a Roblox game. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Members get early access. More details, more on all the spiels on the things at the end of the video. So don't skip around. Don't skip around is all I'm saying. Disclaimer is showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them all. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Heat Affinity Remastered. Let's go. Okay, so we begin with what would be a string orchestra. It sounds to be a string orchestra right now, and we are having some of the strings giving us our initial motif, motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. A very nice, easily repeated, like bum-bum, bum-bum, pum-pum kind of motif, while the accompaniment, which sounds to be the bossy, by the way, bossy being your cellos plus double basses, doing a doubling, and yeah, you're having them doing what is called arpeggios, and arpeggios just means to play a chord one note at a time. When I came members on Discord, oh hell yeah! So let's do that over the weekend. Let's do that over the weekend so that we can get as many people in the giveaway. So, by the way, if you've been on this channel, you might notice that this wasn't around. This is a keyboard that has the animation. I've had this all along. I've had this all along. I had the keyboard right under my monitor where I have it right now. I've had this software installed since like 2018. I just legitimately forgot to set it up. All I need to do was turn on the keyboard and change the sound device on this thing, and we would have this sounding. And yeah, so I am looking forward to you roasting me for this. Anyway, so we are having arpeggios. Arpeggios are, you have the block chord when you play the whole thing. I like that you can see which keys I'm pressing. And then on arpeggio, you're just playing one note at a time. It turns your chord into a partial melody. Really, really cool stuff. And of course, the motif being in staccato. Staccato being short bursts, nice and short. Just kind of thing. The opposite of staccato being, of course, legato, where you just play the notes through. Kind of thing. So, yes, I do not have perfect pitch, so I don't know which notes are being played over here. I just know the other things that are going on. Let's see where this goes. So we're repeating it. Very nice. We have one more melody up above. And we're having the drum beat starting. And I like it. Every repetition, we're slowly adding more elements to the motif. Really, really cool. And of course, the motif is a couple of chords being played. This is very nice. Let's see where it goes. Nice. Yes, so we've heard this one before. This motif over here, we bring this one. It's not really related to what we were using before. This is what is called a leitmotif. A leitmotif being this one is a motif that is being used in another piece. So a leitmotif is a type of motif, very, very specific type. This term was coined by Richard Wagner when he wrote the Ring Cycle operas. The Ring Cycle operas is 4 operas, each of them 3 to 4 hours long. That's a lot of music to write. And he realized that he didn't want to waste any material, so he came up with the idea of the leitmotif. A leitmotif is going to be, for example, the first opera, Das Rheingold, has Valhalla. It's like, Norse mythology, so it's, the construction of Valhalla by the giants, I think it is. And then when it comes time to payment, Odin doesn't want to pay them, and they want to take, and it becomes a whole cluster, right? But whenever you see, hear, or have Valhalla mentioned, shown, or referenced in any way, you will have a specific motif being played by a specific instrument. That is a leitmotif. It's something that is a recurring theme that it just happens over and over and over, and is used for the purposes of referencing previous material. So, every leitmotif is a motif, not every motif is a leitmotif. A motif becomes a leitmotif when it is used in more than one piece in order to reference back to previous work. So, very nice. Very nice to have this in the keyboard. I think it's the same as we did before. Let's see where it goes. So yes, now we're basically... the motif is now taking a back seat. Yeah, there you go. The motif is now on the strings while we have the synths playing the leitmotif. So we're doing counterpoint over here in a very interesting way because we are pitting what would otherwise be two incompatible motifs against each other. Because if there's one thing that motifs have that make it fairly difficult to write instrumental music is that motifs are very temperamental, and more importantly, motifs are very jealous. So a motif, if you don't give the motif the center stage at almost every time, it might break your music. It's very easy for it to break your music. Till, welcome today. How you doing? It's very easy for a motif to completely break your music if you're not constantly having it in the front stage, which is one of the risks of using leitmotifs. Because if you use a leitmotif, it very easily can break everything else. So you want to keep your leitmotifs. What do you mean break? It can completely disjoint the music and make it sound like it doesn't belong. That is one of the issues, because when it comes to music, it is a very irrational medium. Most of music is not based on understanding something or perception or something. Is just purely feeling. It's purely about feeling. And when you're making music, you want a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much repetition, you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. And within that balance, you need to you need to keep connective tissue, especially if you're doing instrumental music. You need to keep common threads happening to keep everything woven together and feeling like it's still the same fabric that it all comes from. This is the best analogy I can come from, right? The whole fabric thing. So, is Michael Myers' piano considered a leitmotif? It can be, I believe, yes. So, Tavi, welcome today. How you doing? I appreciate it. Welcome to today. So yes, requests will be open after this. I will let you know when. So, we are having this, the fabric. So imagine you're using a motif, and one of the motifs is wool. Cotton. Let's say one of the motifs is cotton, and then you have a different motif that is polyester. If you end up making a single fabric, part of the fabric with one, and you're making a shirt out of these. And if you start with cotton, and then you switch to polyester, it will not feel like the same material, and it's very rare that you will have these like multiple materials being used for the same shirt. Similarly with motifs, it becomes kind of like that, except it's a lot more temperamental. Because if you use multiple materials for the same shirt, yes, it might look patchy, but it still functions as a shirt. With motifs are so temperamental and so jealous that they can break everything down and make it not feel like a shirt, but just as a series of patches, one after the other. This is one of the dangers. This is one of the reasons why a genre like gent, which yes, this is how it's written. Gent suffers from not having too many, not having as much of an audience as they possibly could, because they go from one riff to another riff to another riff to completely unrelated material to completely unrelated material to completely unrelated material. Many gent bands fall into this trap, and because of that, everything sounds disjointed. Everything sounds like, okay, so where does song 1 start? When does song 47 end? There's no, like, I can't tell anyone. And Till, congratulations for joining the naughty list today. Requests are not open today. They're not open just yet. So Till Lindemann 5, congratulations on being the first one in the naughty list today. So yes, we're having the, and Tavi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. Welcome today. So yes, we're having this, and yeah, when we're doing this now, we are now reintroducing. So the first motif that we had in this piece was fairly simple. You know, the staccato. This is not the chords that we're playing. I was just giving you the reference in the piano, right? So by having the second melody coming in and being somewhat compatible with the first motif, you can engage in really cool counterpoint, which means Heat Affinity was written with the previous leitmotif in mind. So this is more of an extension of the previous track, which has its own motif and everything, but now that we bring both motifs together, it works nicely because it was composed in a pretty interesting way. So let's see where this goes. So you can hear the motif higher up, while we have the leitmotif in the synth. And we repeat again. Some arpeggios there. We bring one more element, we have one more synth high up, giving us some partial arpeggios. And we bring it down to just that motif. Oh my god, the two notes being played, that's a variation of the motif. It's an arpeggiation of the motif. It is that simple. It is that simple. Let's see where it goes. It's an arpeggiation of the motif. Okay. And how are you gonna end this though? We bring everything now forward with the first motif. Nice. How are you gonna end it? Alright, and there you go. We end the loop, we do one last playing of the keyboard in the lower end, and there you go. There you go. That was quick, nice, sweet. A very good use of a leitmotif while not risking. That was not a fade out. No, that was not a fade out. It just ended. Like we completely changed we just removed all the elements basically at the very last second. One last hit of the drums, and we just had one last synth playing the final chord at the end. So it's not a fade out. A fade out would have sounded a little bit like this. That's what a fade out would have sounded. That is not. Yeah, that's not what happened. We just held the chord one more time, and there you go. There you go. Very good use of a leitmotif and very good way of working around it so that it doesn't break your initial motif. So very, very well done, Siyashi. Good stuff. There you go. That was Heat Affinity Remastered from the Innovation Inc. Thermal Power Plant OST. This is a Roblox game as far as I understand. So, isn't fade out the laziest way to end a piece? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because a fade out means that you did not finish the music. You're just looping it and you did not bother finishing the music. And it's so easy because this here is how you can end it. Because this was a loop. This was looping, 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 looping. And then we just let that loop end, one last chord, and that's it. And that's it. So, yeah. Yeah, this is good. We're doing live queue first. We're doing live queue first. So yeah, there you go. That was Heat Affinity Innovation Inc. Thermal Power Plant from Roblox, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications. notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, which is an actual possibility right now, it blows my mind. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. I do not take this for granted. I am grateful every single day that we get to do this. So if we get to do that, if we get to 10,000, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. We also have a member who has offered to do a Discord Nitro giveaway. If you have any other ideas of what I could do, if you want to offer more for the hype, let me know, and we'll include it in the hype. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounts, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts, by the way. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that knows, so go check out, link down below, go coordinate with them. Artists. Yes. Siyashi, or any other artist on YouTube, this is my open invitation to collaborate. If you need, or if you want any shredding guitars or any Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, or some voice acting or some singing from me for any of your projects, let me know. Just reach out and we'll make it happen. And if you're in the audience, you know any artists that could benefit from my skills, just let them know. Do not harass anyone. Do not spam anyone, please. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. If you're so yes, members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier that you're in, you get access to the videos when I schedule them on Saturdays. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. If you're on the live stream, you can go ahead and start requesting now. And yeah, check the pinned comment. It has the instructions on what to do. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. And if, yes, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Twitch and Discord, link down below. So if you live in Pamut, Greenland, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Just don't worry. Just go to the Discord server or the Twitch channels. They're both linked down below, and it has the schedule in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because I'm on YouTube. Of course I have a gaming channel. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where we put the recordings of the gaming after shows when they happen. They happen in the main channel, and then the recordings go on the gaming channel. Link down below, or just search on YouTube for the same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Heat Affinity, Thermal Power Plant, Innovation Inc., Roblox. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That was good. That was good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.